Good morning, Chiwetel and Erin. I am Latasha with Awards Buzz. How are you too?
Hi, good,
Good,
thank
good.
you.
See you.
How are you?
I'm doing good. So I have to start with you, Erin. Chiwetel, do you want to know why I'm starting with Erin today with my first question?
Yes, I do want to know.
He's upset.
Erin, literally, you and I share the exact same birthday,
Oh,
October
wow.
16th.
Libra, let's go. I love
In
that.
the house. Oh, yeah. So obviously, Erin, I have to ask you about the emotional aspect and element involved with, you playing the character Nina. I can only imagine like how heavy and how crazy it had to be for you to unpack all of these emotions, anger, sadness, dealing with grief, frustration, but also showing that Nina was very persistent at going after what it is that she wanted. So, what approach did you take with the emotional element of Nina?
Um, I think I tried to stay as detached as possible until I was in that moment, just to not take anything home or bring anything to work the next day. Um, and I think the way that the set was, it was very much like it was very respectful when we were doing those emotional scenes, but as soon as that was over, the energy was back up and everybody was high energy again. And so it didn't cling on to me, which was really, really helpful. Um, and I think also Scarlett obviously created a brilliant environment on set that enabled me to be able to go to those places and be open and be vulnerable and explore as much as we wanted to. Um, so yeah.
I love that. Thank you. Should tell you, I have to say, like, I am very, impressed by your work. And you've been one of my favorite actors, like, for many, many years. And I'm very thrilled to see that yet again on another project, you're being portrayed as a Black, successful, educated man going after his career, emotionally unavailable as a
That's
father,
true.
of course. Is
Can't have everything. You can't have
Listen,
everything.
you were missing the mark there, Roger with his daughter. But is it fair to say that you could not show up in that emotional, present way for your daughter, Nina, because you were trying to run away from facing the grief that you were experiencing yourself?
I think that's part of it. I do also feel like there were issues that Roger has that predate the death of his wife and the issues in terms of his capacity to communicate and to interact. And I think he was in some ways probably very obsessed with his career and in his working life and so the bond between his wife and his daughter grew into to something that he felt he was slightly at times outside of, really. And so part of the struggle is also this fear of having to step into the sort of primary parent role after the death of his wife. And so that also is something that I think has caused him to has just caused him discomfort or insecurity, and so I think there's a combinations with things of the reason why he is withdrawn, and also, as you say, he's also grieving and not knowing how to grieve, and how to maintain his family through grief.
And as our time wrap, Erin, you have worked alongside three Oscar nominees. I have to know, like, how do you feel like this experience will continue to reshape and change the trajectory of your career? And closing it out with you, Chiwetel, after Erin answers that question, like, what are you learning? During this particular phase of your career, because you've been doing this for quite some time.
Hmm.
Erin?
Um, I don't think I ever thought that I'd be quite on a set like this. I learned so much from everybody, just watching people interact with other people on set, watching people act or direct. And I think I think what I mean, I hope the trajectory keeps going the same. I can, yeah, keep fingers crossed. But yeah, I think I really learned to trust myself from everybody on set, which was brilliant.
I love that.
Um,
Chiwetel?
Yeah, I think you're always learning, hopefully, that I think that that's just a part of it. I think if you're open to life as an actor, as an artist, then you are always going to be challenged by certain things. You're going to find certain things lift you up and certain things pull you down, and all of those things happen in life. And then you channel some of those new emotions into the work you do. And so, I always feel like I could revisit any part that I played over the years, and I would play it totally differently today, because I've had so many other experiences that inform the way that I look at things. And so I think that's a constant process of evolving and learning.
Thank you so much. Thank you both for your time. Happy early
Thank
birthday,
you.
Erin. Thank you.
Thank you, you too, girl. Bye.